All right. Everybody got some good answers? Yeah. When they're hurting their feelings. Or when they're making you feel when you're norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is speed. All right, for a second. And I'm going to talk to you guys real quickly what I think of as the definition of love. And this definition of love is so simple and so clear that it's going to make everything workable for you guys. Let's talk about God. And that's cool. That's great. How does God love us? Does God give us every single thing we want? I just ask for it. Boom. Hey, there's my new Mercedes. Thanks, God. That's really cool. How does God love us? Does He give us everything we want? No. Does He always make us feel happy? Does He give us a constant surge of norepinephrine? Woo! No way. So how is it that God loves us? If He doesn't give us everything we want, if He doesn't do everything and make us feel high all the time, how is He loving us? What? His attention is always on us. Always on us. His attention was on me before I was even alive. His attention is on me if I'm on the highest mountain or in the deepest ocean, is what the Scriptures tell me. God's attention is always on me. That's how He loves me. So, really simply, love is the gift of attention. That's what we got to focus on. Give an example of that. Before I knew this experience about love, I remember going out one Christmas, and it was probably Christmas Eve. I admit it was probably pretty late. Run to the store, go to the jewelry counter and say, hey, what do you got? Anything on sale? Anything super cheap? It's just my wife's Christmas present. So I find this beautiful gold necklace, take it, throw it in the gift bag, throw some paper on top of it, maybe sign my name, Brett, and put it under the Christmas tree. Well, next morning we all get up, we open up Christmas presents, and she opens up my necklace, well, opens it up, she grabs the bag and lifts off the tissue paper, and there's my necklace, and she says, oh, thank you. Oh, okay. And my youngest son, Trevor, he gives her his gift, and it's all kind of like mangled paper and twisted, and the ribbons all mismatching and unaligned, but clearly he tried to wrap it himself. He tried to make the gift himself. And so she gets it now, and she makes a big deal about, oh, look, you wrapped this yourself. And she slowly unwraps it and just makes a huge production about it. And she opens it up, and it's this macaroni necklace painted gold. And she's like, oh, I love it. She puts it on. She's just so excited. She gives him a big hug and kiss. This is great. This is wonderful. And I'm thinking, I didn't get that reaction. I gave her a real gold necklace, and she said, oh, thank you. And he gives her a macaroni necklace painted gold, and she's just like all over the place with that. And I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? What am I missing? Why is she not impressed? There was no attention in what I gave. No attention in what I gave at all. No attention in the gift itself. I waited till the last minute. No attention in terms of the presentation. Love is attention. It wasn't the necklace. Trevor, on the other hand, his entire gift was all attention. It had no value whatsoever, but the value was in the attention that he brought. So love is attention. They are inseparable. This is a metaphor for all of our relationships. Right here. When you first meet somebody, you give them a little bit of attention. Hi, how are you? Who are you? What are you about? Let's talk. Let's kind of figure things out. And as you start to talk with them and find yourself interested in them, what happens? You start giving them more and more and more attention, right? And then you get engaged, right? Then you get married, right? And then what happens? Then you get kids. And then what happens? What? this is what happens. It goes from this to this. Everybody try it. Okay, everybody. All right, that's what happens. The study that we talked about earlier, Kelly Musik's study about 3-year itch, one person was quoted saying that the day they got married, they could feel the shift. The day they got married, they could feel the shift. Why? Why do you feel the shift that the tension starts to drift down and down and down and down and down to where we're just barely giving each other a trickle of attention anymore? What happens? The energy and the novelty. Novelty. Once you get married, that's pretty much the climax. It's pretty much it. You know, we've done it. And then kids, that just kills it off. That just finishes it. John Gottman studies on relationships. He says the majority of divorces happen around the birth of a couple's first child. Majority of divorces happen around the birth of a couple's first child. And that's because all the energy, all the novelty, all the excitement of the relationship is now gone. And all that energy and attention goes where? To the baby. And so now the relationship starves to death. And that's what happens to our relationship. It's not necessarily that all those chemicals leave our brain, which they do, but oxytocin is not allowed to come in because all the novelty's gone, and that's what we're looking for, the rush. We're not looking for the calm. So what we got to do to keep our attention alive, what we got to keep our attention going, is we got to remember to always give it, and always give it as a free gift.
In your children.